Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, so this month, we're not just flipping a calendar page. We are launching into what feels like a truly pivotal time. September 2025 is really shaping up to be a month of pretty significant cosmic shifts, pushing us forward in ways we might not even realize yet.
Yeah.
And if you happen to be a Cancer rising, well, this deep dive is specifically tailored to explore how these powerful energies are likely going to play out in your world.
That's exactly right. September really does stand out in the astrological calendar. We're like officially stepping into eclipse season,
Right.
which is always a period when these major planetary movements create some deep recalibrations for everyone. But for you, as a Cancer rising, these cosmic forces, they're going to have a very particular emphasis, shining a light on some really key areas of your life.
Okay, so let's unpack this overall astrological landscape then. As you just heard, the entire month is pretty much dominated by these eclipses.
Yeah.
Now, these aren't just, gentle nudges from the universe. Think of them more like powerful currents, really here to sweep things forward, whether we feel entirely ready for it or not.
The energy is demanding.
It sounds like it. Demanding honesty, clarity, and a real ability to adapt, I guess.
Absolutely. And the two main eclipse events really set the stage for this momentum. First up, on September 7th, we have a total lunar eclipse in Pisces.
Okay.
Now, this eclipse, it's a profound invitation to release what no longer genuinely serves you. You can sort of picture it as a cosmic cleanse.
A cleanse.
Yeah, letting go of illusions you might have held onto, or maybe expectations that just proved unsustainable, even dreams, perhaps, that are slipping away. It's a turning point of deep release and, yeah, sometimes a necessary disillusionment. It leads to a significant recalibration wherever Pisces lands in your chart.
Okay. Release and disillusionment. Got it. What's the second one?
Then later in the month, on September 21st, there's a partial solar eclipse in Virgo. And this one is particularly potent.
What is that?
Because it's happening at the 29th anaretic degree. That's the very last degree of the sign.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it really amplifies that sense of culmination and powerful endings, like the final scene of a major act in your life's play,
Right. The final degree.
But it's also, at the same time, about fresh starts. Planting new, purposeful seeds around those Virgo themes. Your health, your work, service, your daily routines. This eclipse gives you a moment to, well, get real, reset your priorities, and consciously plant those new seeds for whatever's coming next.
So we've got these intense eclipses, but that's not the whole story, is it? Let's talk about Saturn's role in all this.
Yeah, Saturn's a big player this month.
Right at the start of the month, September 1st, Saturn actually retrogrades back into Pisces. It's dipping back in for its final pass there until 2026.
Exactly.
And this feels like one last look, doesn't it? A final review of where the universe has been prompting your growth through, discipline, patience, acceptance, ever since Saturn first went into Pisces back in March 2023.
And this Saturn transit truly is a last test. It's asking you quite directly, have you fully learned the lessons of the past couple of years? It's really a critical period for that inner work because once Saturn moves into Aries for good, which happens in early 2026, things are really going to speed up.
Right, yeah.
And if that Pisces story, the lessons around dissolving old structures, embracing compassion, maybe spiritual understanding, if that isn't fully wrapped up, you might find yourself unprepared for what's coming next. So consider this a closing window, a chance to really integrate those experiences so you can step into the future prepared and clear.
Wow. This sounds less like a month and more like a cosmic boot camp.
It kind of is, in a way.
Okay, so now let's zoom in. How does all of this specifically impact you, our listener, if you're a Cancer rising? Because for you, this sounds like an especially important month.
It really is.
The moon's your ruling planet is right there, front and center with these eclipses. That means these deep shifts are going to resonate very personally, right?
Yeah.
Affecting your emotional core.
Exactly. For Cancer risings, September 2025 activates some very key areas of your life, your chart. That lunar eclipse in Pisces, for example, it really shines a spotlight on your ninth house.
The ninth house. Okay, that's higher beliefs, travel, education, that sort of thing.
Precisely. So prepare for themes around your worldview, your personal philosophies, maybe your long-term life direction to come prominently to the surface.
Okay.
And then with all the Virgo and Libra energy floating around, the month will also heavily emphasize your communication. That's the third house, and your family life, the fourth house. And that ongoing challenge, I think, for many Cancer risings of balancing your personal needs against career demands.
Right, that homework balance.
Exactly. So expect noticeable shifts shifts in how you express yourself and definitely how you manage your emotional landscape as these powerful transits unfold.
Fascinating. Okay, so we've got the big picture, we've got the Cancer rising lens. Now let's do what we do best and take a chronological journey through the month.
Let's do it.
We'll show how each planetary movement kind of builds on the last, offering some specific guidance to help you navigate these intense energies of September.
Sounds good.
Let's kick off the month with early September, say September 1st to the 7th. A time for setting new foundations, maybe feeling those initial shifts.
Okay, so September 1st, as you mentioned, Saturn retrogrades back into Pisces, entering your ninth house. This gives you a really potent opportunity to reconsider or maybe revisit travel plans, educational goals, or even spiritual journeys that you might have put aside.
Okay, like picking something back up.
Exactly. Maybe it's finally time to pick up that degree or certification course you paused. Or perhaps you'll find yourself just deeply reflecting on a long-held belief system, sort of adjusting your outlook to align better with your current truth. This really is your final opportunity to face the truth in these ninth house areas before Saturn shifts signs for a long time.
Okay, good heads up. Then, just a day later, September 2nd, Mercury enters Virgo. That's activating the third house for Cancer risings.
Right. Communication, routines, local community.
So your conversations, your interactions, they're going to become incredibly focused, precise even.
Yeah, Virgo energy does that.
This could mean you find yourself, I don't know, efficiently managing important paperwork or maybe successfully negotiating some agreements. Your daily environment might also demand more organization.
Streamlining schedules, improving how you communicate your daily plans, that kind of thing.
Exactly. But then maybe a little bump in the road, September 3rd.
Be prepared for some, let's say, unexpected twists on September 3rd. Mercury in Virgo forms a challenging square aspect with Uranus and Gemini, and for you, that hits your 12th house.
The house of the subconscious, hidden things.
Exactly. So this can bring surprising disruptions in your routines or communications. It might stir up a bit of anxiety or uncertainty.
Okay.
You might get some unexpected news that temporarily unsettles your day, or maybe frustrating tech issues pop up. But on the flip side...
There's always a flip side.
Right. Surprising insights or even secrets could emerge from your subconscious, prompting you to quickly rethink certain assumptions or plans. Keep an eye on your dreams, too.
Interesting. Okay, moving to September 4th. We've got Mars in Libra in the 4th house of home and family, squaring Jupiter in Cancer, which is in the 1st house of self.
Yeah, this one's a bit of a warning sign.
A warning against what?
Against impulsive actions or maybe getting carried away with exaggerated confidence, especially when it comes to family matters or big personal decisions.
Like jumping into something too fast.
Precisely. You might feel overly optimistic and maybe commit quickly to, say, home renovations or a move or some big family obligation without really considering the realistic implications.
Gotcha.
There could also be some conflict between asserting your own needs at Jupiter in the 1st and maintaining harmony at home, Mars in the 4th. Requires careful thought, maybe some diplomacy.
Right. Okay, then September 5th, Uranus stations retrograde in Gemini. Still in that 12th house.
Yes, and when a planet stations, its energy is really potent. This marks the beginning of a period for some deep introspection around hidden beliefs or subconscious habits.
So digging deep.
Very deep. You might suddenly become aware of old patterns holding you back. Things like self-sabotage, maybe old addictions resurfacing, even just excessive screen time that's draining you. It really encourages a profound inner questioning, challenging those subconscious fears or maybe outdated emotional coping mechanisms you've just kind of quietly maintained.
That sounds intense, but necessary.
Yeah.
And then we get to the big one for early September. The total lunar eclipse in Pisces on September 7th, back in the 9th house.
Yes, the main event of the first week. And interestingly, themes from last year's September 2024 eclipse might resurface.
Oh, how so?
But this time, hopefully, with more clarity and maybe more beneficial support. You could experience a real sense of closure or resolution related to an educational path, spiritual quest, or maybe finalizing plans involving travel or even relocation.
So a culmination.
Definitely a culmination. This eclipse promises significant emotional shifts and really expanded personal growth opportunities. It's a true moment of release in that philosophical 9th house part of your life.
Okay, that's a lot for the first week.
Yeah.
Now, as we transition into mid-September, maybe things calm down a bit. Or does the intensity continue?
Well, we actually find ourselves in a period offering some much-needed clarity and perhaps harmony, even amidst the underlying shifts of the month.
Oh, good. Tell me more. starting with September 12th.
Yes, on September 12th, a really wonderful boost arrives. The Sun and Mercury, both in Virgo in your third house, create these lovely, harmonious sextile aspects with Jupiter and Cancer in your first.
Ah, sextiles are nice, flowing energy.
Exactly. These positive alignments significantly boost your confidence and clarity, especially in communication.
So good for speaking up.
Definitely. You might successfully pitch a new idea, articulate personal goals really effectively, or maybe you enjoy positive outcomes from short trips or community conversations, reinforcing your sense of direction and optimism. It's a great day to share your ideas.
Excellent. Then the very next day, September 13th, the Sun and Mercury actually aligned precisely in Virgo, still in the third house.
That's the Kazemi point, yeah. It really sharpens your intellectual clarity and enhances your decision-making abilities, like a laser focus.
Okay.
You could find yourself efficiently resolving misunderstandings, maybe with neighbors or siblings, or quickly completing important paperwork. Detailed planning around short-term goals or educational projects right now could really set you up for future success.
Good to know. What about September 15th? Venus and Mars are connecting.
They are. Venus in Leo, sitting in your second house of income and values, forms a supportive sextile aspect with Mars in Libra, which is in your fourth house of home.
Okay, money and home connecting nicely.
Exactly. This is a beneficial alignment for financial agreements within the family, or maybe making harmonious decisions about home improvements or purchases.
Nice.
You might feel inspired to invest in items that enhance the beauty or comfort of your home, leading to greater satisfaction and well-being overall. A good time for domestic harmony and aesthetics.
Lovely. But then maybe a bit of a challenge on September 17th. Mercury opposing Saturn.
Get ready for a bit of a communication strain then. Mercury in Virgo opposes Saturn back in Pisces, so that's your third house opposing your ninth house.
Daily details versus big picture beliefs.
You got it.
Yeah.
This can create tension between your daily routines, your immediate communications, and those long-term plans or belief systems. Communication might feel difficult, especially around educational goals or travel arrangements.
Like that.
Well, potential disagreements could stem from differing viewpoints or just the sheer weight of responsibility Saturn brings. This aspect might push you to seriously consider how your daily activities truly support, or maybe don't support, your higher aspirations. Reality check time.
Yeah, reality check. Then September 18th seems like a busy day astrologically. Mercury moves into Libra.
Yes. First, Mercury enters Libra, shifting into your fourth house, home, and family. So your communication style naturally becomes more harmonious, nurturing, diplomatic. Libra wants balance.
Ah, nice shift after the Saturn opposition.
It is. It should greatly enhance family relationships. You might find yourself engaging in really positive family discussions, smoothing over past misunderstandings, or maybe actively planning events to strengthen those family bonds.
That sounds good, but you said it's a busy day.
It is, because later that same day, Mercury in Libra forms a tricky opposition with Neptune in Aries, which affects your 10th house of career and public image.
Uh-oh. Home versus career confusion.
Potentially. There's potential for confusion or misunderstandings between your work responsibilities and your family life. You might misinterpret a professional obligation, leading to scheduling conflicts at home.
Or maybe unclear instructions.
Exactly. Unclear instructions from authority figures could temporarily confuse your professional expectations, and that impacts your home life. Things feel a bit foggy or deceptive for a moment.
Okay, fog. But is there clarity coming too? You mentioned Pluto and Uranus.
Yes, there's a powerful silver lining, because simultaneously on the 18th, Mercury also forms flowing trine aspects with Uranus and Gemini in your 12th house and Pluto in Aquarius in your 8th house.
Wow, trines to the outer planets.
Right. This brings in this really innovative, intuitive energy that allows for unexpected solutions, especially to family matters.
How so?
These breakthroughs often come through deep introspection, that's Uranus in the 12th, or maybe by accessing hidden resources or shared finances, that's Pluto in the 8th.
Okay.
You might gain sun clarity about managing shared finances or perhaps tackling deep emotional issues within your family dynamics. Intuitive insights could significantly improve how these sensitive matters are handled. It's about finding that deep inner wisdom, even amidst the Neptune fog.
Okay, a complex day, but with potential for breakthroughs. Now we finally arrive at late September. What transformations and new chapters are coming into focus here?
Well, things continue to unfold dynamically. On September 19th, Venus enters Virgo, moving into your third house.
Okay, Venus in the house of communication.
Yeah, this enhances your charm and practicality in daily interactions. You might find yourself easily resolving conflicts, maybe with siblings or neighbors, just through tactful communication. Your
Mhm.
appreciation for your local community could also increase.
Nice. Getting involved locally?
Could be prompting you to engage more in social or neighborhood events that bring both pleasure and connection. Venus likes harmony and connection.
All right. Then September 20th, another challenging aspect. Sun opposing Saturn.
Yes, potential tension here. The sun in Virgo in your third house opposes Saturn back in Pisces in your ninth house. Very similar dynamic to the Mercury-Saturn opposition earlier.
Right. Immediate duties versus bigger goals again.
Exactly. You might face obstacles in fulfilling local obligations while also trying to address long-term plans or travel commitments. Interactions with siblings or community members might require a lot of patience, maybe even structured negotiations to avoid misunderstandings or feeling blocked.
Patience is key. And then the big one, September 21st, the partial solar eclipse.
Yes, at that critical 29 degrees Virgo, strongly activating your third house. This is a really significant moment for anything related to communication, short trips, siblings, and your daily interactions.
So new beginnings here.
Definitely. You might initiate important changes in how you communicate, maybe launch a writing project or start some kind of new educational initiative. Circumstances could also prompt you to reassess your connections with neighbors or siblings, leading you to set new, healthier boundaries.
Okay.
This is really about consciously planting seeds for your mental environment and your daily life moving forward. A powerful reset.
A reset. I like that. What happens next? September 22nd. Mars changes signs.
It does. Mars enters Scorpio, moving into your fifth house. That's the house of children, romance, creativity, fun.
Oh, fiery Mars and watery Scorpio.
Intense.
Very intense. This transit really amps up your passion, confidence, and drive, particularly around creative pursuits or romantic relationships.
So taking action in those areas, boldly. You might boldly pursue a new romantic interest or dive headfirst into a new creative project with real fervor. There could also be increased assertiveness, hopefully in a good way, in your interactions with children or loved ones, leading to improved relationships or maybe just clearer boundaries.
Okay, and also on the 22nd, the equinox happens, right? Sun into Libra.
That's right. Also, on September 22nd, the sun enters Libra, marking the fall equinox and moving into your fourth house of home and family.
Ah, focus shifts to home and balance.
Exactly. Libra seeks balance. This encourages you to seek greater balance between your personal life and your professional life. You'll likely find yourself consciously spending more time nurturing family relationships or perhaps creating a more harmonious home environment.
Sounds like a good time for peacemaking at home.
It really is. Actively mediating conflicts at home could bring about greater peace and stability. Libra energy supports that.
Good. But wait, the sun in Libra then runs into Neptune, September 23rd.
Uh-huh. Another dose of potential confusion. On September 23rd, the sun in Libra forms that confusing opposition aspect with Neptune in Aries, impacting your 10th house again.
So blurring boundaries between home and work again.
Yeah, it challenges those boundaries between family demands and professional responsibilities. You might feel temporarily uncertain or maybe overwhelmed by conflicting expectations coming from family members or perhaps authority figures at work.
Hmm.
Unclear professional directives could disrupt your domestic routines again, requiring really careful negotiation to strike a fair balance. Gotta stay grounded.
Okay, careful negotiation. And finally, as the month wraps up on September 24th, Mars squares Pluto. That sounds intense.
It is. Mars in Scorpio in your fifth house forms a powerful, potentially confrontational square aspect with Pluto in Aquarius, hitting your eighth house of shared resources, intimacy, power dynamics.
Okay, fifth house themes clashing with eighth house themes. What does that look like?
Look out for potential power struggles, maybe within romantic relationships or maybe over shared financial resources. You might need to confront some difficult issues around financial agreements or intimacy, and it's going to demand strategic compromise, not just digging your heels in. Intense emotions or disagreements involving children, perhaps, or personal creative projects could force you to reevaluate how you manage your emotional boundaries and those shared responsibilities.
So reclaiming power strategically.
Exactly. It's a call to reclaim your power, but consciously in these really intense areas of life.
Phew. So there you have it, September 2025. I mean, it feels wild, very telling, but also, I think, incredibly helpful in putting us all further along on our paths, wouldn't you say?
I absolutely agree. Helpful, yes, but definitely intense. We are undeniably in the midst of big, big changes with these eclipses.
Yeah.
And if we just zoom out for a second and connect this to the bigger picture, the end of 2025 truly marks the final chapter in a much longer cosmic cycle. Well, with Saturn making its last pass in Pisces now, Neptune making its final rounds in Aries later this year, and Uranus slowly moving through Taurus for its last main pass this fall, we are all collectively in the thick of a really powerful, energetic reckoning.
A reckoning.
Yeah. This whole period is stirring up one last deep dive into the past, spiritually, emotionally, energetically. It's allowing old illusions, outdated structures, unresolved patterns to really surface so you can finally, hopefully, close the loop on them.
Yeah.
It's like a profound clearing before what's coming next.
And what's truly fascinating here is that this is such a powerful opportunity, isn't it, for deep inner cleanup before a truly new era begins, both collectively and personally, in early 2026.
Absolutely.
We're not just turning a page here. It feels more like we're beginning a whole new chapter.
That's a perfect way to put it. A whole new chapter.
So maybe the thought to leave everyone with is this. As these intense energies culminate, especially for you Cancer risings, what old illusions or outdated structures are you ready to finally close the loop on, really setting the stage for your own completely new chapter in the cosmos?